Well, hello, my amazing Scorpio friends. My name is Libra Empress, and I'm going to be reading your week of February 3rd horoscope. Now, remember that these readings are general readings and they're for yours as well as for my entertainment. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, my lineup is going to be of 3 cards. One that's going to tell you your past, present, and future. All right? With each card, there's going to be 3 clarifier cards on top of that. And without further ado, let's get started. We're going to start with your past, which is the Hierophant card. Let me bring it up to you so you can see. The Hierophant signifies truth, advice, and education. The truth can be hard to swallow, especially if you are missing a part of your esophagus, but pay attention to the messages you're receiving. Though they may be alarming, you'll need the information to make wise choices later. And with the city under siege, there's no telling how long this reporter will stay on the air. Alright, that's for your past energy. For how you're feeling right now is the 8 of Swords. I don't know if you can see, sorry about the blur. The 8 of Swords signifies lack of action, victimization, and no-win situations. All is not lost. Granted, this situation doesn't look good, but when zombies are nibbling on your nether regions, it's important to keep your head. Stay focused instead of letting the situation overwhelm you. Figure out a means to escape. It's not zombies holding you back, it's the fear of the unknown, okay? And maybe the zombies. So, if you hadn't guessed already, my cards are a zombie deck. So they're I like them for their story. Technically, there's no zombies out right now, but I mean, it's good to lighten up the mood, right? So let's move on to your future energy, because I know right now you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, and that's okay. I get that way sometimes too. We all do. It's just part of life. Your future energy is the Ace of Swords. Bring it up closer. I'm sorry for the glare. The Ace of Swords signifies trials, intellect, and action. The Ace of Swords cuts to the heart of a situation and offers you a new beginning. It's up to you to take it and run as fast as your little feet can carry you. Just remember that most swords are double-edged. The same tool that you'll wield to slice through a pack of zombies could ultimately sever your head from your spine. Have a game plan ready to roll. Alright. Now let's clarify your first card for past energy, the Hierophant. Alright? The first clarifying card for that is the Star. The Star signifies recognition, inspiration, and achievements. You're on the right track for important things in life. While good luck and fresh attitude bring new opportunities, take a minute to revel in your accomplishments and then move on to the next level of awesome. Others look to you for inspiration and guidance while scraping zombies' goo off of their shoes. What's your plan? Okay, let's do your second clarifier to the Hierophant, which is the 9 of Cups. I like this one. The 9 of Cups signifies wishes, dreams, material, and physical happiness. Wishes do come true, and the secluded tropical paradise of your dreams is just within reach. Generally acknowledged as one of the most positive tarot cards in the entire deck, the 9 of Cups indicates that a wonderful gift or reward is coming your way. Until then, keep on keeping on. Those zombies have to wander off sooner or later. Doesn't she kind of look like if Princess Leia and Laura Ingalls from The Little House on the Prairie, had a baby, that would be her. Every time I look at her, I go, wow, I'm old. I'm a chic geek. We're all chic geeks in our own way. All right, the third clarifier to this is the Queen of Swords. Whew, she looks feisty, huh? Look at that. Is that a Tommy gun? Hot damn. She signifies intelligence, sharp tongue, and unscrupulous. If you think you're kicking her out of her double wide, you've got another thing coming. Underneath her hair curlers and terry cloth bathrobe beats the heart of a true fighter. The Queen of Swords represents a woman who may have suffered the loss of a loved one, but still carries on. She's a little tougher, a little wiser, and definitely ready for the next wave of terror. Whew. She does look sinister, huh? Looks like she's not afraid of anything. She'd scare the hell out of zombies, huh? Okay, let's move on to your middle energy. Or what's going on right now with the Eight of Swords. Your first clarifier for the Eight of Swords and what you're feeling right now is the Two of Swords. Sorry, my table kind of rocks too, which totally doesn't help me any. Now, the Two of Swords signifies indecision, difficult decisions, and different views. You're trapped between two choices as a zombie approaches. The shotgun or the handy chainsaw you bought for emergencies. You may be procrastinating because you lack information. Dig a little deeper to learn all you can, but don't wait too long before making a decision. You can't hold back these zombies forever. First of all, okay, with the gun, you can maybe kill like one at a time, unless it's, I don't know, unless it's like a machine gun or something, right? One that does like 3-round bursts or more. Or your second choice is a chainsaw, which as they approach, you could just totally slice their head from their shoulders. And that's always great, but you could run out of gas or electricity, say if it's plugged in, because I know that some chainsaws run on electricity. Which sounds crazy, right? But why do you have to use the chainsaw for emergencies or the shotgun? Isn't it common sense that if you make noise, more zombies will come? You're in thought process. You're kind of stuck between a hard place and a rock, and you're just thinking. That's what this means. Alright? That you have options, but you're trying to figure out how best to acquire those options. And that's okay, because we all get this way sometimes. But know that if you ask for help, someone will come up with a solution that will blow your mind. Like I just did. Why do you have to use either or if it's a zombie apocalypse, you know? I do it stealthily. Pull out a sword. I mean, you get tired easier, but at least you're not, you know, that or a katana. Yeah, go all on. Oh, my husband gets mad at me every time I say her name wrong, but I'm going to say it, so I'm so sorry for what I'm about to say. But Michonne, he tells me all the time, that's not how you say her name. I'm like, that's how I say it. And I love her. You know, she's not my favorite character, but she's pretty up there. Obviously, my favorite is Daryl, because he silently kills him. The third, or the, what was it? Yeah, the second clarifier is the Three of Hazards. Alright? This signifies recognition, hard work, and skill. You've mastered one phase of your chosen career, and you're looking forward to the challenges of the next. The praise you receive makes you work harder than before. Use it as inspiration as you work your way toward your goal. Expect a nod from those higher up the food chain, but not much more than a grunt from those below. You can't impress everyone. So what this is saying is that right now you know, you've got good things ahead of you, right? But you know, the person you've got to impress the most is yourself. Do what you love doing, and that's what leads you to here. Is you're getting recognized for keeping on, right? It's like when my nephews, or not my nephews, when my cousin was living with me a long while ago, like 4 years ago, and she was still in school, and I told her the same thing I tell my 6-year-old son. Oh yeah, you can stay up all night, but you better damn well expect that your ass is going to get up and go to school. Because if you're going to do that and wear your body out by staying up all night, you still have to get up and go to school, regardless. That's the consequence of staying up late, right? And after I told her that a long time ago, my 6-year-old son doesn't understand yet, but after I told her that, she went, oh, okay. So, you know, she put herself to bed, get herself up in the morning. She was responsible. And that's how children should be. You shouldn't be coddling them constantly. But sometimes parents helicopter. Does that make sense? So what this saying is that, you know, you gotta face your consequences. And right in this moment, it's going to be recognition. So you're getting recognized. And, you know, the people up above you are thinking you're like the hot shit. But don't let it go to your head, right? You're still a human being. And human beings make mistakes. It's okay. But the people below you, they're not going to care. You know, I mean, they're going to miss you, obviously. But maybe you stole someone else's position, you know, that's been there longer, that's worked there harder. But they didn't have the skills or the mindset that you had. Because, let's face it, you're amazing, right, Scorpios? So that puts them in a bit of an impasse, you know? They look at you and they go, wow, they chose that person over me. That's BS. I guess I'm going to have to work harder. And they do. And what's great about you, Scorpio, is that you're not going to let this get up in your head, right? You're going to go back and you're going to be like my sign, right? Where with my sign, it's similar to your sign in this aspect. You're going to reach the top. And you're going to be like an empress or emperor of the hierarchy, right? Yeah. But you're going to turn around and bend over and reach your hand out and help other people get up to that level with you, because you're kind, you're generous, and you think everybody should be given rewards, you know, and awards. Yeah, you thought I was going in the gutter when I said bend over, right? I was thinking you're standing on a mountain of hierarchy. You reach over and you're like, come on, join me. You deserve to be abundant too. Anyway, your third clarifier no, is it? 1, 2. Yeah, it is your third clarifier for what is going on in your life right now is the 10 of Hazards. You ready for this one? It's a really cool picture. The 10 of Hazards signifies wealth, family, and contentment. The end of a cycle is upon us, bringing the family close and the zombies even closer. You're able to welcome them into your home as an asset instead of a problem, even if they do require nightly muzzles. Surely the other adversaries in your life seem tame by comparison. So you're gonna open up your home to people, you know, that you don't readily know very well. You might have known them at work or from school, but you're gonna be getting to know them, and they could, you know, they could be positive or they could be negative. And what I mean by that is you can look at a stranger, depending on how they're dressed, and you can assume that they are let's put two strangers together, all right? The first stranger that you meet, standing next to the other stranger, looks like a bum, looks like a druggie, whatever, right? You know what those look like. It could be anybody. Even a druggie can dress nice. But what I'm saying here is that this one's grungy. And the person sitting next to him is clean cut. Looks like a business person, right? Let's say a lawyer, attorney, whatever. You look at that scroungy bum-looking one, and you assume that they are untrustworthy, deceitful, and thieves, right? And they'll hurt you. Just by the way they look. Then you look at the clean-cut guy, and you go, oh, he must be honest, trustworthy, dependable. But really, what's going on here is you're judging a book by its cover, all right? Say that clean-cut person is deceitful, a thief, nasty, could put your life in danger. And say that bum isn't really a bum, just someone who puts everybody else's needs above their own. Always takes care of people, is dependable, honest, trustworthy, always there, very sweet. And what did you just do? You just looked at those two people and assumed that the worst, right? You judged them by their what they look like on the outside instead of by how they are on the inside. And how are you supposed to know what they are like on the inside if you don't try to reach out and get to know them? So this person, that you're inviting into your home, they could be a positive or a negative to your life and your energy, okay? It's saying to be cautious. It's like, oh, you got friends? Well, let's see, keep your enemies even closer, right? Now let's move on to the Ace of Swords, which is your future energy. Dun dun dun. The first clarifier is the Hanged Man. I guess I had it upside down. Oh, is he upside down? Yeah, he's upside down. He likes hanging upside down. The Hangman signifies a turning point, acceptance of a situation, and sacrifice. The Hangman has sacrificed himself, distracting the zombies so that his friends might live to fight another day. But not every sacrifice is necessarily terminal. There's a good chance you've arrived at an epiphany that will allow you to continue on your path. It's time to discard old ideas and move on. Often this is the only way to set yourself free. So this card is kind of like the Tower card, but not. Does that make sense? I mean, if you've seen a lot of tarot, and you know that a Tower card, yeah, it can signify something really bad, but it also can be a change for the better, and it's a lesson nonetheless. So this is saying that you sacrificed yourself. And we all have sacrificed yourself, but you're going to be sacrificing yourself for the better or for the worse. It all depends on what your situation is going to be. So let's carry on to your second clarifier, which is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords. Heartache, jealousy, and loss. Ooh, are you going to triangle? Oh no, jealousy rears its ugly head, and in the wake of a zombie apocalypse, you don't want anyone to take the phrase "eat your heart out" literally. The Three of Swords is a sign of trouble, turmoil, and triangles in love, marriage, or in close friendships. Take a moment to catch your breath. Though releasing your rage over a painful situation may feel awesome in the moment, the consequences could come back to bite you. Another thing that I learned that Three of Swords isn't just between three people, right? It could be between you, your significant other, and they also choosing work over you, or gaming, addiction, whatever. So, I mean, keep that in mind. Okay, your third clarifier is the Two of Hazards. This guy looks like he's having fun walking his zombie. Because, I mean, who wouldn't want a zombie to walk? You should give it a name. I don't know why Boba Fett came to my mind. That's terrible. I'm sorry. Let's continue on. I've watched a lot of Star Wars this last week. I was catching up. Two of Hazards signifies balance, harmony, and juggling responsibilities. Balancing your responsibilities can be exhausting. It's not easy to manage a heavy workload when family members or friends are constantly distracting you. The Two of Hazards cautions you to keep an eye on responsibilities until the cavalry arrives. Don't despair, help is on the way. So what I'm getting from your reading is this. You started out good. I mean, you started out sassy. You're a sassy Queen of Swords. You had 9 cups to give to someone in the relationship that you started. You looked at them and they were your wish fulfillment. And that was the past. But now you're entering into a new phase where you're kind of still stuck in your head about the shit going on and you don't know what to do, and that's another reason why you have the Two of Swords or shotgun and oh my gosh, what is it called? Chainsaw, yeah. So you're in deep thought over some stuff. Then you have the possibility of maybe this person is coming back, you know, if they haven't left, or if maybe it's a go and come relationship. And if that's the case, and you know, and you're having an on and off relationship, and you're a teen, I know someone who's a teen who's related to me. She's a Taurus. And her deal is this. Her and her boyfriend, they've been together about 2 years, right? And through this 2 years, they have constantly butted heads and fought. She decided she wanted to live with him before she turned 18, so she went and did it, right? Which we all opposed to, but we're not our parents, so, you know. But every week, like clockwork, they'd fight, she'd get mad at him, she'd leave him. We'd have to go and get her. She'd get mad, she'd bitch about him, you know, to all of us, and we get mad, and then, you know, she'd run back to him. That's not, if you're gonna be with someone, be with them. If you're not, then don't drag your family into it, is what it's saying, okay? Like, no, you know, we want family, we want the best, right? And your spouse, or the person you like, your significant other, whatever, be it male or female, depending on whatever energy you are, you don't want to have to find out that your significant other has been talking trash on you every time she leaves to go home, and vice versa, because that will tear you apart even further. All right, like when me and my significant other have issues, we don't run to other people and bitch about our spouses. Okay, we have enough respect for each other to bitch at each other to our faces. and because I'm a Libra, I go head on. Like, I throw out facts, and he's a Sagittarius, and he don't like my facts. He just tries to burn my air. You know how fire and air is. It's passionate and whatnot. Not physical or anything, but we debate like nonstop, and we work through our problems, and we storm off. We go and think, and we come back, and we work it out. And that's just how we are. We're bullheaded. Bullheaded? Yeah, bullheaded. But, you know, you don't want to have to drag your family in, and then suddenly there's problems between everybody and your spouse, you know. I mean, if your spouse or significant other is hurting you, you know, like really hurting you, don't run back to them, because you deserve better, right? Now, because of what's coming, like what you're being offered as an opportunity, we're getting back to the cards now, I'm sorry for ranting, But because you're getting an opportunity, people are going to be like, wow, you know? But you're going to be pulling people up. And then you're going to be inviting someone into your house that, you know, could cause drama. And it seems like what you say to who you say and how you say it could have adverse effects depending on, you know, how you say it to who you say it. And for every action, there's a positive or negative reaction, right? So that double-edged sword, you don't want to burn bridges, but if you're inviting a new person into your home, maybe there is a new person. Maybe there's a third person here. Maybe it's, you know, the Hierophant. I don't know. I know for a fact that you might be the Queen of Swords because you're vicious when you want to be. And that's good. You don't let nobody step on you like a doormat. But you're going to be going through a transformation. You're going to be dealing with someone in their addictions or a third party or something. You know, be it either on your side or their side. And that's going to be that. Thank you so much for listening to me. My name is Libra Empress. Please hit subscribe, like, and share, and join me again for next week's or tarot reading. Yeah, hopefully next week will be better for you. I'm sorry. I mean, it's not the worst, but you can avoid the future if you just, you know what's going on now, and you do. You know, I watch tarot readers, and they're like, oh, you have no idea, Libra, on what's going to happen. And I'm like, yes, I do. You're talking to me right now. Like, how can you tell me I don't know what's going on if you're the one telling me that this shit is going to hit the fan, right? So you know what's coming. You know what choices to make, and you've got this. You've got this, and you're not alone. Thank you again. Bye-bye, my friends.